Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are fit and fine and studying also. Children, as you all know, we are covering, or you can say we are completing our grammar. And we have completed direct, indirect, prepositions, phrasal verbs, and many more chapters we have completed. And today we are going to start a very important chapter. And without this, you cannot write your English or any language properly. Because without this, we cannot understand where the sentence is starting and where it is ending. So, this is the chapter is punctuation and capital letters. From this, we can understand where the paragraph is ending, where is the full stops, where is the exclamation mark. We can understand by this complete meaning of the sentence. So, children, today is very important chapter, and this chapter is derived from chapter number 22. This is your English grammar book, Mastering Grammar book. Chapter number 23, punctuation and capital letter. Chapter number 23. So children, turn over your page. This is you can find on page number 127. So children, start. Now, let's read the written line on the board. Let's just start. However, the tree is disappointing fast. By 2015, a quarter of the forest will be cut down. Now here you can see what you will understand by these lines. Meaningless, because each and every line is joining together without any full stop, without any capital letter. So we won't be able to understand what is written on the board. So we're just trying to understand just however. So it should be written in capital because it is the starting line. So H should be capital over here, and then yes, comma will be placed, and then the tree is disappointing fast by 2015, and here should full stop, and then A will be started with the capital letter. A quarter of forest will be cut down, and here it should be full stop. So let's rewrite this lines once again. How we are going to write? So children, let's start writing. So let's start writing. However, full stop. Now next, the trees are disappointing. The trees are disappointing fast, and after that we will put a comma. Now next, by 2015. No, here we are going to put a full stop, and then by 2015, and after that we will just put a comma, and then we will start a quarter. A quarter of the forest will be cut down. Full stop will be placed because here we have completed this sentence or this short paragraph. So what we have mentioned? First of all, we have started this line with H capital. Now here you can see this is capital letter, and now you can see over here this is comma, and again disappointing. Now here it is full stop, and next again comma, and then again here full stop. Now these are all capital letters, comma, full stop, and many more are called punctuation marks, because these punctuation marks are very important for English. Whenever you are writing, whenever you are speaking, here you should give a pause. Whenever you are speaking, you should have a pause after full stop. Whenever you are reading a book. So, let's start learning how many types of the punctuation marks are in the English grammar. So children, let's start. Now children, there are many punctuation marks. So I'm going to write on the board, you just see. Now first is full stop. Full stop, the symbol of full stop is this. Now second, comma, comma, this is comma. Now third is question mark. Question mark, this is the symbol of question mark. Now number, exclamation mark. Exclamation mark, and this is, now number 5 is inverted commas. Inverted comma, that we have already discussed in direct indirect speech, inverted commas. Everybody, you just pay attention, 6, 6 and 9, 9. These are inverted comma, and we have to place this when we are speaking to someone. So this is, you can say this is called a dialogue box also. So in dialogue box, you should start with the inverted commas. Now next is, this is number 6 is semicolon. Semicolon, and this is the symbol of semicolon is dot over here and a comma. And then number 7 is colon, colon, and this is 2 dots. So children, take a screenshot, because these are the punctuation mark which is very important for English grammar. Now I am going to tell you the importance of full stop, comma, question mark, exclamation mark, inverted comma, semicolon and colon. So note it down, there are 7 punctuation mark which are usually we are using in our English writing. So children, after this, I am going to tell you what is full stop and when we are supposed to use full stop, comma, what is the importance of comma, we will discuss. So children, please note it down first. 7 important punctuation mark. Now children, full stop. What is full stop? This is a simple, a dot after finishing or completing a sentence. And this full stop having a longest pause. You have to give a pause over there, because after that you will start the next line. So a long pause will be there. Suppose if I am going to tell you Ram is going to the market, and here I should take a pause, then I'll start. He used to go to the market daily. So, full stop is showing a pause after that, and it is the symbol that you have completed your sentence. Now, there are two features of full stop. First feature, that is, it is used at the end of an assertive or imperative sentence. It means it is used, generally we are using this with the end of the assertive sentence. It means simple sentence, whether they are present tense, past tense or future tense. And imperative sentences, it means request, command or suggestion, advice. These are the imperative sentences. So after that we are supposed to use full stop. Now I am going to give you few examples. Suppose assertive sentence, if I am going to tell you that this, I have given one example to you. Ram is going to the market. Now here full stop will be mentioned because my sentence is completed now. Now if I am going to talk about imperative sentence, so I am going to give you one example of imperative sentence, that teacher tell to students to collect their copies today. So now here you can see, this is, you can say, order or command of teacher. Now teacher tells to students to collect their copies today, and after that, this is the imperative sentence. I have put it over there full stop. So children, always remember, full stop is used after assertive and imperative sentences. So now the second importance of full stop I am going to tell you. So children, full stop or dot is used. It is also used after abbreviation and initials. It means whenever going to short the sentence, suppose World Health Organization. So we are used to say that WHO. So these are the abbreviation of any organization or any person. If suppose if we are going to write MA, Member of Assembly. So MLA, sorry, Member of Legislative Assembly. So we are going to write over here with the help of this MLA. So I am going to give you a few examples. So how it is used with. Suppose if we are writing PhD. So PH and D. And B.Ed. B dot will be there and then B.Ed. So these are the uses of full stop, or you can say here with the abbreviation and initial we are supposed to use, we can say it is dot. So these are the uses of full stops. And what is the meaning of full stop? It is giving after the completion of sentence of assertive, whether it is negative also sentences, and imperative sentences. And it is also used after the abbreviation and initials. So children, we have completed this. Now we are moving to the next punctuation mark, that is comma. So children, what is use of comma? That I am going to tell you. So I hope the use of full stop is clear to you. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the English online class. So children, comma. The second punctuation mark is comma. Comma, this is the symbol of comma, and comma is used when we are having a very small pause, and when we used to segregate or divide the things which are given in bulk, and we just want to write rice, wheat and maize. So rice, after rice we will just put a comma, and then wheat, and then we will add, and then maize. So whenever we just segregate the things or object, if it is given so many objects, so we should use over there comma. So comma always having a very small pause whenever we are reading any line. So this is the important part of comma. Comma is used to give a shortest pause in the sentence, and it is never used in the end of the sentence. Now I am going to write that when we are supposed to use comma. So children, pay attention. Now children, first use of comma is to separate the word yes or no from the rest of the sentence. Whenever we are starting the sentence with yes or no, we are supposed to use comma over there. Suppose yes, she will try harder. If it is written over there, so yes. Now after yes, I have placed over here she. After yes, it is a comma. Yes, she will try harder. So here, to separate yes and no from the rest of the sentence, we are supposed to use comma. The first use of comma is this. Now we are going to write the second use of comma, that is B number, to mark off a direction quotation. To mark off a direction quotation. So to mark a direction quotation. Now here you can see, whenever we are placing any quotation, that we are supposed to use, as we have studied in our direct indirect, that you just mentioned, you just remind yourself that what we have studied in direct indirect speech. We studied over there that he said, and after that we have to put a comma, and then we will start inverted comma. He said, I will go to school. Now inverted comma close and full stop. Now as we have discussed in our direct indirect speech, so after the reported verb we should place a comma, and then we will start inverted commas. So first of all, we should know whenever to mark off the direction of quotation, because we are going to mark the quotation over here. That is why we should put over here comma first. So this is the second use of comma. Now you just take a screenshot, and now we are going to discuss what is the third use of comma. Now the third use of comma, to separate the month and the year and the date and the year. So now we are going to write, this is C number 2 to separate the month, separate the month and the year and the date and the year. So in this case we are supposed to use comma. So I am going to give you one example over here so you can easily understand. If it is written January 2020 or it is written 17 July and after that we just put 2021, whatever. So these are the uses of comma. Whenever we just separate the month and the year and the date and the year. So here you can see month and the year, January 2020, 17 July, after that 2021. So date is there. So this is month and year, and this is date and year. So we have just separate two things with the help of comma. So this is the third use of comma. Now we are going to discuss fourth use of comma. Now the fourth use of comma is to separate words in series. To separate words in series. So this is D number 2. Comma is used to separate words of series. Words of series. So children, whenever so many words are there, we just use to separate, segregate them. For this use, we are supposed to use comma over here. So without, if we are so many words are there, so many ingredients are there, so how we are going to separate them? So with the help of the comma, we can separate the things in the proper way. Now here, if I am going to give you one example, I cut apples, mangoes, bananas and oranges. Now here you can see, because there are so many fruits are there. So what I cut? I cut apples, comma, mangoes, bananas and oranges. So whenever we are using this to separate the words in series, I used over here to separate the words in series which is given in the series. It means I cut apples, mangoes, bananas and oranges. So it is words in series because they are all fruits. If it is ingredients is given over there, so that time we are also supposed to use comma to separate the things. If I am going to tell you one example that I used to put in my palak paneer, ingredients of palak paneer, palak or spinach, comma, paneer 250 grams, comma, turmeric, comma, cumin seeds, comma, and these are the things of my ingredients whenever I am making palak paneer. So these are the ingredients which I am going to tell you. So I am telling you. So when I am going to writing in series of these words, so we have to put a comma after each and every words. So to separate the words in series, we are supposed to use comma. Now, next thing which we are going to learn today, uses of comma, that is to separate words, phrases, okay, to separate words, phrases, clauses and pair of words in a sentence. So here children, you can see the next use of comma is that to separate words, phrases, clauses and pair of words in the sentence. Whenever we are writing sentence, whenever we need to separate the phrases, clauses and you can say the pair of words, we should use comma. So I am going to give you few examples of that. Now children, you just note it down because this is very important. The pencil and the paper, pencil and the paper. Now here you can see children, the copy and duster are kept in my bag. Now here you can see children, the comma is used over here in this example to separate the pair of words. It means the pencil and the paper, the copy and the duster, and are kept in my bag. So I have separated this with the help of this comma. So always remember, whenever we are want to separate pair of words, we should use comma. So with this example, you can understand. So now I am going to give you next use of comma. Now next use of comma is to separate question tags. So I am going to write to separate question tags. To separate question tags. Now here I am going to give you one example. He has woken up, hasn't he? Now here you can see question is tagged over here with the sentence. He has woken up, and after that I have put over there comma, and then hasn't he? So here with the question tags, we are supposed to separate question tags, because this is a question over here and this is the simple sentence. He has woken up, hasn't he? Now here we are separating from the simple sentence to the question tags. So whenever we are supposed to separate question tags with the sentence, we are supposed to use comma. Now children, next use of comma is to separate expression like of course, however, in fact, that we have already completed, however we have seen. Now if I am going to give you one example of that, of course, he will come in my function. So here I have written of course. Of course, it means it is obvious that he will come in function. So after of course, we just put a comma. And however, we have already seen the example. However, the first example from which I have started the chapter, this is however, and in fact whenever is supposed to write in fact, we should place a comma after that. So always keep in your mind. And the next example or next use of comma is to mark off a word or group in opposition. It means whenever we are writing or mark off a word or group in opposition, we are supposed to use comma. Now here you can see one example, Radhika, comma, you can see over here a comma is there, and my friend and guide. Then again comma is remarkably talented. Now here after this I have placed comma. So children, today we have discussed lot on punctuation marks, and many more are left. So we will discuss these punctuation marks in our next video also. We have discussed today full stop and comma, and tomorrow we will discuss next punctuation marks is question mark and the next punctuation marks. So children, till then, bye bye and take care and revise this chapter properly.